What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. You know I got another banger for y'all, so kick back, relax, and come take a ride with your boy. Man, it seemed like just from an excitement standpoint, it was a major down year for college basketball on the men's side, man. Way more people were locked in on the women's side. Better storylines, better players, more star power. But I think next season, I still, not saying that the women are going to lose anything, but I think the men's game will be back to where it was in previous years with a face that is now ready to take over the NCAA. Duke's next supervillain, y'all know him, Cooper Flagg out of Maine via Montverde, Florida. Man, this kid is the goods. He's got the following, he's got the excitement, he's got the tenacity to be that next Duke supervillain and the face of men's college basketball next year before ultimately bolting for a one and done. But did y'all see my man's highlights in that first scrimmage with Duke? He looks incredible. He looks primed to take over the nation by storm next season. And y'all know those supervillains I'm talking about. We've seen Laettner, we've seen Reddick, we've seen Shire, we've seen Grayson Allen, Zion most recently, like the player that is the most hated on Duke. But I think Cooper Flagg is going to have a lot of fans regardless of who you're rooting for, man. The kid is a potential generational talent. He's sensational and could be the most exciting player to watch next season. But before we get into all that, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest. Join our memberships. We got that exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Now, let's get into it.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
Since Coach K was knocked out in his final season in the Final Four by UNC, man, Duke has kind of not reached the same heights under Coach Jon Scheyer. He has not been a lack of talent. His recruiting classes have been stacked the last couple of years. They've had a lot of talent. They've retained a lot of talent for next year. And, they just have been underachieving. But next year, this upcoming year, they finally have a dog. They didn't have a dog on the roster. They didn't have a true dog, a true alpha on this roster last year. Enter Cooper Flagg, man. You can already see from the highlights, this kid is going to be special. I mean, elite athlete, stupid bounce, wants to put you through the rim, run in the crowd and tell your mama he just put his chest on your kid's head, putting it on your noggin. I love the tenacity, the competitiveness. He's completely dominated high school basketball, won all the awards, Nate Smith Player of the Year, Gatorade, in 2 different states, in Maine and Florida. Number 1 ranked player, highly contested draft pick. NBA players have checked in on him. He's working out with NBA trainers. He's continued to grow his game, has added that hezzy, side-to-side lateral movement. The jump shot has tremendously improved where he's reliable. He's a threat from 3 now. At 6'9", just explosive athlete, elite defender, elite rim protector, can play multiple positions, can guard pretty much the 1 through 5. But he has that moxie that we've grown accustomed to seeing from Duke supervillains, who is going to antagonize opposing student sections, who's going to bring that tenacity, that energy, that dog energy that Duke was missing, man. They did not have that competitive edge, in my opinion, last year. That guy that just is on the roster that wants to come out and snatch your freaking soul. I think Duke brought a lot of talent. They lost a lot of transfers. Let's not get it twisted. But I think Tyrese Proctor, Caleb Foster were 2 really, really big pieces for them to get back. The recruiting class is insane, man. Like the supporting cast for Flagg will be very, very beneficial, man. I think they will be a productive group. Even if you try to key in on him, he is the tip of the spear leading this group. But, man, that recruiting class, man, I love Isaiah Evans, another dog. Brandon Ingram 2.0. Con Canupa will be special. They bring in some size as well, man. I think this group is going to really, really live up to the height and transform Duke back to the highest of the highs in the nation that we've grown accustomed to seeing them. But Flagg, I mean, he has been an internet sensation for years now. I mean, if you haven't been living under a rock, you're familiar with his game. Just all the excitement that the men's game was missing last year, the star power, this 2024 class is going to bring that. But he looks incredible already with Duke. Fits right in. They're feeding him the ball, building that chemistry. He just looks like he's primed to take over. Like what Caitlin Clark did for women's basketball, they're going to be looking at Cooper Flagg with some of that same type of media intensity, man. So I'm excited to see what he does in the ACC. Duke brings back a very talented squad, very talented recruiting class. They did some things in the portal as well, brought in some vets. So this could be Coach John Shire's best team, man, and his deepest team. But it all starts with Cooper Flagg. I think he is primed to take over and have a breakout year. Will be in the running for National Player of the Year. Zach Edey's finally gone, so somebody else has got to take it. Flagg, expected to be the #1 draft pick, being highly regarded as a generational talent. This kid is about to come onto the scene and do damage, y'all. And I'm super excited to hear about it. But it was interesting getting this first look. You know, summer scrimmages, a lot of teams look good, a lot of players. Some of the Carolina kids, you know, Drake Powell, Ian Jackson have looked sensational as well. Elliott Kadu out there hitting threes. So a lot of these freshmen, VJ Edgecombe out there balling with the Bahamas national team, giving out buckets. You know, you got Buddy Hield out there, like legit NBA players, DeAndre Ayton and VJ's out there giving work. So this class is going to be special, and I think it's going to have a lot of star power and a lot more flair, a lot more personality. We got robbed of Bronny James and Mikey Williams in this last class, and Mikey Williams, you know, enrolled in UCF. He's going to be another must-watch, highly anticipated freshman year for him, man. We're talking about a kid that has been pretty much the face of prep hoops for the last 3-4 years. Multi-millionaire endorsement deals, mega following, millions of followers. So I think next year, man, it will be really, really just a better, more, I want to say more interesting, more intense, more media-driven, more excitement. We're getting back to real college basketball, man. This year, we kind of just slept through it because UConn was out here smacking everybody. You know, Snead got hurt for Houston, and it was kind of like all she wrote. But yeah, I'm excited. This freshman class should be really good. Cooper Flagg should be Duke's next supervillain, next superstar, the one that everyone loves to hate, and I think he is going to fully embrace that role. But y'all holler at me in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about the situation. That's a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, I am Brandon Blakeney, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV. Until next time, hey, we out.